Audio Jungle.
Hi everybody, welcome to the blog again. Today we're going to learn from everything. We're going to learn from one of my favorite quotes today. So this quote is by one of the legendary speakers and writers, Zig Ziglar, where he would say, motivation is like having a bath. That's why it's recommended every day. Very often as a facilitator, as a speaker, the most frequently asked question that you get from participants is that, you know, we love this particular workshop. I'm feeling totally charged and motivated right now, but I've been through workshops like this before, and this charge is going to last for a couple of days, and after that I'm going to go back to being like I was, and the motivation is going to wear off. So that's when I share this quote to say motivation is like having a bath, and that's why it's recommended every day. Zig Ziglar very famously goes on to explain. He says a bath is supposed to last for a day. Food is supposed to last for a few hours. And just because it lasts for a day or a few hours doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It means that it needs to be replenished or done at that particular interval. Exactly like that, if each one of us do not take the conscious effort of remaining and motivating ourselves on a day-to-day basis, most of us are likely to go in a mode where we're not in the right state of mind. Especially if you're living in India and an Indian city like Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Calcutta, just getting to work every morning can be a source of great demotivation, because we're traveling huge distances, we're traveling through often packed buses, traffic, trains where we're filled in like cattle. So our ability to keep ourselves motivated there becomes extremely important. So the first thing I want you to take away from this video is to know that motivation is something that you need to do to yourself. Secondly, that motivation needs to be, it's something that you need to work on very consciously on a day-to-day basis. You can't just be motivated that one workshop that you would attend probably once every year or twice every year. That's not good enough. It has to be an everyday thing. The next question that logically comes up during these sessions is, what can I do hence to keep myself motivated or inspired on a day-to-day basis? Now, there are tons of things that can be done. Due to shortage of time, I'm just going to focus on 4 or 5 things that I think are the most important things to do. Stuff that I have used myself in my life. I've seen a lot of participants use this and write back to me and say that they got great results by doing this. So the first one is having great goals. So if you have an amazing goal for yourself, again, which is a big, hairy, audacious goal on one side and a smart goal on the other. I'm not getting into the details of what this means. That I'll do in a subsequent vlog. But if you have well-planned goals for yourself over the short, medium and long run, that automatically ends up being more like a pull than anything else. So the goal itself ends up becoming the motivation for you to do it on a day-to-day basis. Now, a lot of experts have recommended stuff like a vision board, ensuring that your goals are kept in visual format in some way. Keep it on your desktop screensaver, your mobile screensaver. Keep it in a place where you can see it every day, and then they will come true. I don't think they come true because of some magical superstition. They come true because the more you see your goals and your vision for yourself on a day-to-day basis, you are more likely to be motivated, you are more likely to work towards them. So that would be my number one thing of what you can do to keep yourself motivated on a day-to-day basis. The second thing that I would recommend is exposing yourself to the right material. Today there are tons of beautiful books that you can read that are very, very cheap. They cost 250, 300 rupees. Beautiful material which is available, whether you want to read a book in a hard format, whether you want to read it in a Kindle format. If you type, very often I tell people, if you type motivational videos or inspirational videos or material on YouTube, You can watch one fabulous video every day for the next 70 years of your life and it still be great content. So exposing yourself to the right stuff, whether it's the right books, whether it's the right blogs, whether it's the right videos, whether it's the right posters, pin-ups, whatever it is, doing that on a day-to-day basis is something that really helps. For me, the first two work really well. So I ensure that I have goals for myself and my company, and that keeps me very, very motivated. And I'm very, very conscious of the kind of exposure I give myself. So I'm always reading the right stuff. I'm always watching the right videos. So I do that at least for 20 minutes every day. The things that typically inspire and motivate me, I love reading about success stories. I love reading about success stories that are especially rags to riches success stories, people that have come out of nothing and done really, really well in their life. And it's not just about the money that they make; it's just about achieving something or doing something where they change their circumstance in some way. So this is the tip number 2 is the one that works most on me, and that has always kept me in a positive state of mind. Also, when I haven't felt too well about stuff, if I'm going through a rough patch, the thing that has helped me the most is again reading the right stuff, reading autobiographies of people that have been through similar circumstances. That tells you that, listen, you're not the only one going through that, and that's got me out of very tough spots too in the past. The third thing that I would recommend, again something which is very important, is keeping the right company. You become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's why choose them wisely. If you keep the company of people that are motivated, that are positive at all points of time, that is very, very contagious. You will tend to be very positive and motivated too. The exact opposite is true as well, right? If you keep the company of people that are always demotivated, that find problems in every solution, you are likely to become like that too. As kids, very often that's the advice that we give our children, right? The advice that we give our children is to say that, hey, keep the right company. That's extremely important, whether it's your school group or it's under your building. If you're in the wrong company, it's very unlikely that you're going to produce good results. And the same thing is true with us. Very often kids don't have a choice as far as their peer group in their building is concerned, but we as adults have a choice of choosing the people that we want to hang out with. So that would be my third point. Keep the right company. You become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. The fourth point that I would share here is designing some kind of a routine for yourself that keeps you motivated and positive. Now, what do I mean by that? The routine could involve exercise. This tons of research to prove that exercising on a day-to-day basis keeps you in the right state of mind. It could be yoga that you do. It could be prayers that you say. So many religions have prayers planned at periodic intervals just so that people can be motivated through that. So I don't know what your ritual could be. A lot of people love music, right? So that is one of their rituals. I know that my co-founder Ruchira Karnik, she's very, very careful about keeping herself in the right state of mind. So her routine very often would be yoga in the morning. She'd start her day with that because that would have a positive impact on her. While she would come to office, she would listen to music that would really pump her up, that would really motivate her. Close to lunchtime is when she would feel a little lethargic. So that is her time to watch a 15 or 20 minute TED talk or some talk by an inspirational figure that would put her in the right state of mind again. So she had a plan to motivate herself in the morning. She had a plan to motivate herself in the afternoon. This was part of her routine, and that's why she would be an outstanding performer. So think about what your routine can be. Think about what you can incorporate, whether it's exercise, yoga, music, prayers, whatever works for you. So this would be the fourth point. The fifth point that I would share, and the last, there are many, but due to paucity of time, I'll just stick to the 5 that I think are important. The fifth one to keep yourself motivated is to plan your personal life slightly better. I know of a lot of people that live their weekends well, so they really plan out stuff with their family, go for family dinners, movies, go to the park with their family over the weekend, really enjoy that time. So when they're back in office on Monday, they're feeling much better and rejuvenated. I know of people that plan their vacations very well, so you can ask them where they're going to go a year down the line and it's already planned, tickets are booked for it, leave is sanctioned already, because they know that short break is going to make them, that downtime is really going to help them at work very well. So just planning your weekends well, your family time well, your time when you get back home, planning that well. It could be a show, your favorite show that you watch at night every day, or it could be again a walk that you go for. I don't know what it is, but planning that part of your personal life, I've seen a lot of professionals do that, and they really think about their personal time well, take those periodic breaks that are required, and that puts them again in the right state of mind. So these would be my 5. Number 1, start with having goals for yourself, plan them very well. I'll do another vlog on how to go about doing that. The second thing, give yourself the right exposure in the form of books, in the form of videos, in the form of blogs that you can read. Number 3, keep the right company. So that's very important. Keep the company of positive, motivated people. Number 3, design a good routine for yourself. The routine could be videos, the routine could be yoga, it could be exercise, it could be music, it could be prayers. And the 5th one is ensure that you're using your personal time very smartly. Use it in a way which will get you back to work in a much more motivated way. So these would be my 5. Start doing this. Tell me what your feedback is. We'd love to hear from you. If you have more ideas on what you can do to keep yourself motivated and this community motivated, I'd love to hear on that and do a follow-up blog on this and share those points as well. Okay, thank you very much.